Listen, guys. Brady, you need to be quiet and pay attention and answer the questions, okay? When I ask them, all right? I've got your mics on. I leave them on so you can answer me, okay? All right, so today we are doing a lesson on making inferences. That just means making a guess. So whenever you look at something and you guess, you're making an inference. And when you make an inference, you use clues from the story and what you already know. Okay? So we're going to watch a video on making an inference, and then we're going to play a little game on making inferences, okay? So for the video, I'll turn your mics off and then turn them back on again when it's over. It's only about a minute long, okay? Give me 1 second.
Okay.
All right.
How was my day? How was my day? How dare you ask me that? Well, all right. Since you asked, I'll tell you how my day was. First, the car broke down on my way home from work. And then, when I eventually get home, I find out the dog has run away. Finally, my husband tells me he's lost his job. I am so very, very unhappy.
Cut! Where'd you get that line?
What line?
The line about being unhappy. That's not in the script.
It's not?
Roll that back. See here? Car broke down. Dog ran away. Husband lost his job. See? Nothing about being unhappy.
Well, I made an inference that she was unhappy.
An inference? What's that?
I read the text and thought about what I know, and so I made an inference that the character is unhappy. See, we know her car broke down, and that's always a hassle. Then her dog ran away, and that's really sad. Finally, her husband lost his job, which is always bad news. So I added these things up and made an inference that she must be pretty unhappy.
Inference, huh?
I like it.
Okay, we'll keep it. Everyone, let's do it again with the inference in this time.
Okay, guys. So when you make an inference, I'm turning your mics on so you can answer my question. So when you make an inference, what are you doing? When you make an inference, what are you doing? Go ahead and say it. You can just say it out loud. When you make an inference, what are you doing? You're making a what? Hello, are you there? Fallon, Brady?
Yes.
Okay, when you make an inference, what are you doing? What did the lady in the video do? She saw that her car had broke down, that her dog had ran away, and that her husband had lost his job. So she made a guess about how the character would feel, right? So when you make an inference, you make a what? What do you make? I just said the word. What do you do when you make an inference? You make a guess. You make a guess. So you make a guess when you make an inference, okay? So let's play a little game here. So I'm going to show you a picture, and we're going to make a guess about what's happening. So the picture says, Mrs. Nettleson doesn't want to go to work today. What do you think's going on with Mrs. Nettleson?
She's sick.
She is sick. Very good. So you looked at the fact that she didn't want to go to work today. There she is in bed with her thermometer, and here she is calling into work with an ice pack on her head. And she doesn't look like she feels very well, so you can make an inference or a guess that she is sick. What about this one? The vase broke because. Why did the vase break?
The cat knocked it off.
The cat knocked it off the table. You can make an inference that the cat broke it because you see the cat standing there looking at it, and we know what cats like to do, right? So we look at the picture, and we know also that cats like to climb on things and knock things off. So we can infer or guess that the cat broke it. How about this one? Here we have this lady here. Looks like the bus is here, and she doesn't look very happy, does she? What can we guess?
She's late.
She's late.
She's late.
Do you think that she missed her bus? Huh? Looks like the bus left her and she's running. Ah, right? And now she's going to be late. Very good. What about this one? What do you think's going on here?
She graduated.
She graduated. Very good. And why do you know that she graduated? What do you see that tells
Because
you?
they have.
Go ahead. They have the graduation caps on, right? Looks like she might have a little diploma here. Yeah, she graduated. What about this one? What's going on in this one? What do you think is happening in this? What do you think is going on in this picture? They're opening presents. Both of them have presents, right? This one has a present and this one has a present. So what do you think if they exchanged presents? What do you think is going on?
Birthday.
A birthday.
Christmas.
Christmas. Very good, because they both have gifts. So it could be Christmas, right? If they exchange gifts. Very good. What about this? What's going on in this picture? What do you think she's saying right now? What do you think she's saying?
Oh
Oh no, yeah, I would be saying oh no. She has this skunk, and look what's the skunk is spraying her. It stinks, huh? Even the skunk can't stand its own smell. It has a clip on its nose. So she's probably saying, oh no, or oh my goodness, that stinks so bad, right? And last, what do you think? Okay, this says Mr. Driscoll slipped and fell before leaving in the grocery store. Why did Mr. Driscoll slip?
Water on the floor.
Water on the floor. Very good. We see that there's water, so we can make the guess that that is why he slipped. So when you make inferences, you're just making guesses. You take a look at the picture or what's written in the story, and then you apply what you already know. So we know that if there's water, then water can sometimes be slippery. We already know that. And we can make that guess that that is why he slipped, because there's water on the floor, right? So we're going to do an inference game this week and an inference video. It's a fun little video, and the video uses the story Partly Cloudy. It's a movie. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but Partly Cloudy. So it uses the story Partly Cloudy. All right. Excuse me. I have a cold today, so if you can't tell by the sound of my voice, I'm not feeling very well today. All right, so what we're going to do now, you've learned of what a noun is. What's a noun? What is a noun? Hello, what's a noun?
Person, place, or thing.
Very good. What's a verb? What's a verb? It shows what? A verb shows what?
It shows.
Do Remember, if we can do it, it's a verb. So what does it show? It shows action or feeling, right? It shows action or feeling. What is an adjective? Do you remember what an adjective is? What does
Describes a noun.
it describes a noun. Very good. It gives us more information about a noun. And how about an adverb? What does the adverb do?
It adds to.
It adds to the verb. Very good. It adds to the verb. So we're going to start, because we know the different parts of a sentence, we're going to start working with sentences every week, breaking them down to understand what they're about. Okay? Because each one of those has an important part to do in a sentence. First, let's look at this sentence. The dog loves his bone, right? The dog loves his bone. Let's pull this up on here so we can write on the board. What does this sentence begin with over here? What does this sentence always begin with?
The.
A sentence always begins with a capital letter. See that? That is a capital T. It always begins with a capital letter. And a sentence always ends in a punctuation mark, remember? It'll end in either a period, a question mark, or an exclamation point, right? So the capital letter tells us that the sentence is starting, and the punctuation mark tells us that the sentence is over, okay? Now let's look at the other parts of this sentence. In this sentence, the dog loves his bone. Dog is the noun. This noun tells us what the sentence is about. So what is this sentence about?
The dog.
The dog. And loves is the verb. It tells us what the noun is doing. So what is this dog doing? He's feeling love, right? He loves. But there's more to this sentence. It's the dog loves his bone. So at the end of this sentence, we have his bone. Okay? So when we read a sentence, the dog loves his bone, we look for the noun first. That tells us what the sentence is about. Then we look for the verb. That tells us what the noun is doing. So the noun tells us who or what the sentence is about. The verb tells us what's going on in the sentence. What is that noun doing, right? Then we look for adjectives to give us more information about the dog, but we do not have any adjectives in this sentence. Then we look for adverbs to give us more information about the verb. Adverbs answer the question how or when. So we can say the dog loves how. It doesn't answer that question. The dog loves when. It doesn't answer that question. So if the verb doesn't answer a question how or when, then we don't have any adverbs, okay? But this sentence does give us some information. It gives us the answer to what. It says the dog loves what? What does the dog love?
Oh,
His bone. So it answers the question what. So we do know that the dog loves his bone. So it answers the question what. Now let's look at some more. Here we have the brown dog barked loudly. What's the noun in this sentence? The brown dog barked loudly. What's the noun?
dog.
Dog. Very good. The dog is the noun, right? Oops. Let me make this big so we can see it really well. That's better. There we go. So, dog is the noun. What's the verb in this sentence? What's our verb? What is that dog doing?
Barking.
Very good. He's barking. So, barked is our verb. Okay. So, we have the brown dog barked loudly. We know that this is about a dog and that the dog is barking. Now let's look, see if there's any adjectives. The adjectives will come before the noun. That gives us more information about our noun. Is there an adjective in there that describes our noun?
Brown.
Brown. Very good. We know that it's not just any dog, it's the brown dog, right? So now we have more information about that noun, brown. And now we look for adverbs. Adverbs answer the question how or when. We can say the brown dog barked how. How did the dog bark?
Loudly.
Loudly. So that's our adverb. The brown dog barked loudly. So when we break this sentence down, we know we have a dog, and that dog is not any dog, it's the brown dog. And we know that that dog barked, and we know how it barked. We know it barked loudly. What about this one? The 5 children played soccer. The 5 children played soccer. What is the noun in this sentence? What's the noun?
5.
Not 5. Not 5. It says the 5 children played soccer.
Children.
Children. Very good. It's the children. Children are the noun. That's what this sentence is all about. Children. Okay? Now let's look at the word 5. Adjectives can tell us what a noun tastes, smells, sounds, and looks like and feels like, but it also can tell us how many there are. So 5 is our adjective, okay? It's telling us not only is this about children, it's about 5 children, okay? So 5 is our adjective. What's the verb in this sentence? The 5 children played soccer. What's the verb? What's the verb? The 5 children played soccer. And you can ask yourself, what are the children doing? What are they doing?
Playing.
They're playing. So our verb is played. Okay? Our verb is played. Now, we have to see if our verb answers the question how or when. The 5 children played how. Does soccer answer the word how they play? No,
No.
it doesn't. Very good. Then we say, okay, it doesn't answer how. I wonder if it answers when. The 5 children played when. Does soccer answer the when?
No.
No. So soccer
No.
is not an adverb. It's actually a noun, and it's a noun that gives us more information about what they were playing. So it's not an adverb, it just answers what did they play. The 5 children played what? What did they play? They played soccer. Very good. So no adverbs in this sentence. All right, and let's look at one more sentence, just one more, okay? So we have the eagle swooped gracefully. What is the noun in this sentence?
Swooped.
The noun. The noun. What's the noun? Who is this sentence about? The eagle swooped gracefully.
Swooped.
Swooped is not the noun. It tells us what the noun is doing. The noun tells us what this is about, who or what. And we have the eagle swooped gracefully. What is this sentence about?
The eagle.
The eagle. Very good. So eagle is our noun. That's our noun. Okay? Now, do we have any adjectives that give us more information about the noun? Do we have any adjectives in there? Do we have any adjectives in there? Is there any,
Gracefully.
huh?
Gracefully.
Nope, that actually gives us more information about the verb, but good try. You would find the adjective right here in front of the adjective, in front of the noun. So is there anything in front of the noun other than the? There are no adjectives in this. There are no adjectives in there. We don't have anything that tells us any information about the eagle. We just know it's an eagle. What's the verb in this sentence? What is the eagle doing? What is the eagle doing?
Swooping.
Very good. He's swooping. That eagle swooped. He swooped down. He must be catching something. Okay? And now we have to ask the question, the eagle swooped how? Does gracefully answer the word or answer the question, the eagle swooped how? Does it answer that? Yes, it does, right? It gives us more information about how the eagle swooped. The eagle swooped gracefully. So gracefully is our adverb. Okay? All right. So this week, you're going to be looking at 2 sentences, and you're going to tell me what the noun is, what the adjective is, what the verb, and what the adverb is, so that we can figure out what the sentence is about. It's all about comprehension and understanding what's going on in the sentence. If we can understand what's going on in a sentence, then we can make it bigger and understand what's going on in a paragraph, okay? All right, do you have any questions? Do you have any questions? Fallon, do you have any questions? Fallon, do you have any questions?
No.
Okay. All right. So if you have no questions, we're done with class. But really quick,